I'm very excited to be joined by Janet Dafoe, who is well known throughout the ME community as Whitney Dafoe's mother. Many people, including myself, were first introduced to Whitney when his family appeared in Unrest. Both Ron and Janet are desperate to find a cure for ME and save the millions missing across the world, starting with their son. Janet is a licensed clinical psychologist who worked primarily with adolescents and children before staying at home to become a full-time carer for her son. Janet, since becoming a full-time carer, can you tell me now what your day looks like? Because obviously it has a massive impact on not only the person suffering with ME, but also their family as well.
Right now, my day is unpredictable because you never know when he's going to need something. And I spend a lot of time managing his medications and make sure we always have what we need for him so he never has to wait for anything he needs. Talking to doctors, talking to insurance companies, talking to pharmacies, trying to make sure that he's got what he needs. And then we have a bell system. When he needs us, he rings the bell. And so somebody has to be here all the time. And Ron is usually busy working or on Zoom meetings for the research. So I'm here and I can't really go anywhere because I have to be available for him and to get him what he needs in the least obtrusive way possible so that he doesn't crash. So my life is basically consumed by taking care of him and making sure he gets what he needs when he needs it, and trying to help it so that he doesn't crash. And right now I'm out of town at a funeral, but it's the first time I've been able to leave for 10 years, really, or for very long, because but now we have a really good caregiver, and she managed to cover for me while I was gone. So it's been kind of amazing for me to be out in the world. I mean, really amazing. And to visit with my friend and be out in the forest where we are right now and go to this funeral that I just went to.
ME is such an isolating disease, not only for the patients, but for the rest of the family as well. So what would you say to families who are struggling with that, families who are having to care for children or parents with the disease?
The best thing I can think of to say is to try to find things that you can do that take you out of the disease realm, even for 5 minutes or a half an hour. Go for a walk, go get flowers in your house, read a book, get some AirPods and listen to a book while you're walking. I mean, anything you can do so that you have some moments that are not consumed by the disease really can help you. And it's hard not to lose touch with friends because they don't really understand. And I've struggled with that. But if you do have the opportunity to get together with friends, I think that can help too, because it keeps you with one foot in the other more normal world, which you used to belong to. And that can give you some energy and encouragement. And ask for help. That's another thing I would say. Ask for help from your friends. Keep them informed. Give them articles and things so that they know what you're going through. And just allow other people to be there as much as you can. I haven't done very good with that, and that's been hard. I think that's a really hard thing. It's good advice, but it's really hard to implement because friends often kind of drift away. But if I think if they knew what to do, that they could help you, they might do that. So I don't know, that's kind of lame.
Not lame at all. I was going to ask you finally just a little bit about hope. I know that's something that's really important to you, and I think it's important for families with people who have ME to keep hope. And I know that's something that people often find difficult, but what gives you hope?
What gives me hope is my husband's research. And I know that he is a really, really amazing scientist, one of the most amazing scientists in the world, literally. and that he's solved many unsolvable problems in the past. And he's thinking about this all the time, and he has all these ideas. And I know that a lot of the patients don't even know about all these ideas because he's spending most of his time doing the research and thinking about it rather than writing things up, which is frustrating to many patients and also to fundraisers who want the write up so they can raise more money. But that's why I have hope, is because I know that he's working on it and he's engaging other really good scientists to work on it. It's not just him. He's talking to people all over the world who are good scientists, getting them engaged in helping him. So that gives me the most hope. And the other area of hope is just looking at Whitney, who's really dedicating his life to helping people have hope and hang on if he can hang on. So that gives me more hope that there will be fewer people committing suicide and giving up, is that, Whitney is there staying alive and keep on fighting no matter what, which she's always going to do. What gives me hope is knowing all these patients. I have met so many amazing, wonderful people who have this disease. And I just feel like they're lifelong friends of mine now. And I have hope that there's going to be a day when I'm going to be able to get on a plane and go visit some of these people. I'm going to go to New Zealand and South Africa and Croatia and the Netherlands and the Norway and all these, and England and all these places that have these wonderful people whose lives have been just ruined by this disease. And I don't really want to say ruined, because I think that it's very, it feels like it's ruined. So many things are taken away from you, but if you focus on some pieces of gratitude or some little pieces of joy or something that you can manage to get a hold of each day, there's a piece of you, your own self, that's still there. And that is something to rejoice, that you're still there, that you really matter, that your life matters, you're a beautiful person. And the fact that you're a beautiful person on the inside out, even though you can't do things anymore, that is still there for you. And it can help you figure out how to be a little bit grateful for something in your life and hang on to that.
I think that's a really lovely message to take this Millions Missing. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. And obviously pass on all the best to Whitney as well.
Thank you. It's really been a pleasure meeting you and doing this interview. Thank you so much.